So have you ever made a mistake on Football Manager that you've tried to fix by making a second mistake? And then so to make you feel better, you then go and make a third mistake. Well, I think that's the situation we're in Border Adventures, and today we've got a really important game against Bayern Munich. So let's start with mistake number one. Our star player, Lisandro Tramoni, had a £27 million release clause in his contract when we took over. When he started the season so well, we started trying to negotiate a new deal for him, but he wanted to take his wages from £40,000 a week to nearly £200,000 a week. And we decided that we were going to play hardball with him. We weren't going to be held to ransom. But then the bids started coming in. And by the time we could renegotiate another new contract with him, it was too late, and he's moved to one of our biggest rivals and the team that we're going to be playing today in Bayern Munich. This guy had had a superb start. He was our leading goal scorer with 9 goals in 15 appearances, and we've lost him. So to make ourselves feel better, we went out and signed a replacement. Except I think we spent a lot of money on a replacement that might turn out not to be that good, and that is Rodrigo. We've bought him in from Real Madrid, except we've paid £30 million for him, plus add-ons if he goes on to win competitions, score a certain number of goals and make a certain number of appearances. His attributes look fantastic. I'm sure he's got a wonderful reputation in the modern game, but in his first appearance he pulled a 6.5 at half-time. He was on a 6.1. So in order to try and smooth over the bad bit of business I thought we'd done, we then went out and signed a regular that we knew a little bit more about, Thomas Muesli from FC Luzern, who's branded as a wonder kid now, and I think is going to be a fabulous addition to the squad, but we didn't really need a central defender. And if you look at the profit that Luzern have made on him, well, I signed him for £89,000 3 seasons ago, and I've just paid £25 million to get him back. I don't know whether I am cut out to managing these big German clubs with their healthy bank balances. I think I'm better off in the Vanarama North just signing free transfers. You know where you stand with a free transfer. Is there any good news, I hear you cry? Well, there is a little bit of good news, I think. That is that Garrincha is through the door. And he has played 2 games for us already, and he scored in both of those appearances so far. So that's pretty good. We've also managed to get rid of our trouble-making captain, or former captain, I should say, as Haliti has signed for Roma for £40 million. Now, you look at those attributes and you think, why are you letting him go for £40 million? He was out to get me, and I think we all know what that feels like. So he is gone. That means that we needed another left back, and I couldn't really find one that was great, so I've bought in a reserve one. This is Danny Baxter, who we've signed from Manchester City for a much more reasonable £425,000. I don't think he's a world beater, and I don't think he's going to develop into one either, but at least he gives us 2 left backs to try and nurse our way through into the summer. Let's show you the form since we played Borussia Dortmund before the winter break. We've had 2 games since we came back, and we've got 5-0 wins against Frankfurt and 1-0 wins against Werder Bremen as well. And so we go in today's game against FC Bayern in pretty reasonable form, but they've now got our best player lining up, so we're going to see how we do. We're playing Rodrigo, and we're hoping that his first game was just an aberration, and today is going to be much smoother sailing for him. But there he is. They're playing him over on the right. They've got Sané in the team as well. Oh, if Tramoni scores, this could be painful. Let's see if we can keep our run going. And let's get out there against arguably the grandest old name in German football and see whether Stuttgart can take them on. If we lose this game, then Bayern will propel themselves back up into the top 4. If we could win this game, well, we will be outright in second place. And I don't think we'll be challenging for the top honour. I think Dortmund have got that one sewn up. Hey, but at least we'll be doing pretty well in the table. But we've dropped the ball a little bit. Tramoni should not have gone. We should have just given him the money. But we got Garrincha. Look at this guy as well. He's been brought down. Think Garrincha's on the penalties. So he could be about to get a chance for his third goal in 3 games. Already halfway to what Petrelli's got in nearly 20 appearances. And he's tucked it away nicely, and we are 1-0 up against Bayern. Are you watching, Tremoni? You could have stayed with us, kid. No. You've made your bed. I hope you lie in it miserably. I'm angry at Tremoni. I think really it's my own fault. I could have agreed a contract with him and just paid him about £150,000 a week plus some ridiculous appearance fees. No. So now we've got Rodrigo, and we've seen nothing from him so far, either in this game or in his debut. But he's got to come good eventually, hasn't he? We'll see. We've bypassed Rodrigo, so Garrincha can go out there. He's got the ball across. But our old friend Granoche, who's carrying a little bit of a knock and some pretty poor fitness, well, he couldn't get it on target. But it's all been us so far, hasn't it? Not a bad performance. There's Muesli, who we didn't need. We really, really didn't need. I wanted to make myself feel better after losing Tremoni, so I just went out and splurged money on players. Well, just to try and soothe the soul. That is not a first half of football that we are particularly upset with, but let's just give him the old guard against complacency. How's our friend Rodrigo doing? He's on a 6.6. Brilliant. Mariba, again, who I'm not sure has been the best bit of business I've ever done. He's on a 6.5. He's averaging over a 7 now. I'm not sure he's thrilled about playing as a defensive midfielder, though. And we are ambling through the second half with no highlights. What can we do? Garrincha's only on a 6.7. Rodrigo's improving. Let's make a change at playmaker. Let's bring on a Luan. He can play as playmaker for us. I think I've signed a few duds. So all of this money goes to your head. We're going to get through the second half, I think, without any highlights at all here. We're going to start a little bit of time wasting. We're going to pull the mentality down as well. It's forced a highlight. 4 minutes left. We're in there attacking third, so maybe this is a highlight for us. Here's our new playmaker, just on. What have we got? It's Kakare. It's Rodrigo. Ah, what a bargain. What a bargain. 30 million plus add-ons. Yeah, never doubted him. Rodrigo's your man. An upgrade on Tremoni. We're all agreed on it. And to be fair, well, he's bent that one nicely. We are 2-0 up against FC Bayern. Maybe our expensive mistake wasn't so bad after all. And Muesli's on a 6.4, so maybe we did need him after all. Let's say all is rosy in the Stuttgart garden after that. Let's passionately say that was really special. Let's get in and have a look at this league table. We are sitting in second. We are 2 points ahead of Leverkusen. We're a healthy 7 behind Dortmund, and they've still got a game in hand on us. But maybe we're not as terrible when given a transfer budget as we first thought. Okay, the next order of business is we've got to get through a few games. We're still in the German Cup. We're on a great run of wins now. 3 in a row, no goals conceded, looking pretty good. We're going to get through the next batch of fixtures, and we're going to come back towards the end of the season. Hopefully, we'll still be in the German Cup. Hopefully, we're still in the contention for a Champions League place. And we're going to see where we end up as we continue our border adventures.